Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and I'm so sorry. I had a rare connection problem this morning. I couldn't join the ladies' night on the Zoo live stream. So if you want to see some of the women in the XRP community, go to the Zoo channel, the YouTube channel, and you can see some of those women. They just did their stream a few hours ago. I have to watch it myself, but I'm sure they had a lot of fun. Today we're going to jump across the globe. I have also a very rare personal commentary and a very interesting fluff. So the first story is kind of a follow-up from the news we learned on March 12th with this $100 million investment with Ripple and Forte to make games on the blockchain. And in doing so, they're going to use XRP as a currency and also leverage the Ripple technology. Well, we learned that there are 40 developers bringing XRP to the world of video games. And the interesting part is they have identified an existing game with existing audience of over 50,000 users. And that's amazing to be able to just walk into an ecosystem like that. I think we are on the verge of some very exciting announcements. And this is actually what we need to impact the price, and that is to create the real use case where there is a demand. I am very hopeful this is going to be able to impact that price that is seemingly so stuck right now. The gaming industry is a $43 billion industry. It's huge. And matter of fact, the Mt. Gox was actually a marketplace for the game Magic. And it seems very curious to me that it has taken so long to combine game and blockchain with the digital assets because it's a perfect fit. All right, we are on a virgin Twitter site, meaning they have not tweeted yet. They just became a newly registered virtual currency exchange in Japan as of yesterday. It's called DeCurret. They will start taking signups tomorrow. They're going to launch on April 16th. You'll find that they will trade Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, XRP, and later this summer, in the summer, they're going to add Ethereum. But here is what really caught my eye. Look at the partners. Now, some of these logos and names might not mean anything to you, like Dai-ichi Life or Daiwa Securities, Nomura Holdings, Mitsui Sumitomo Bank, Mitsubishi UFJ Bank, East Japan Railway, Bic Camera. Some of those names might seem familiar to you. If you live in the United States, it would be something like Allstate, MetLife, Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Wells Fargo, Costco, all of those companies backing as shareholders to a virtual currency exchange. And that is what we have here. Very, very interesting. Look who was in Tokyo yesterday. Do you know who this is? It's the co-founder of Twitter. We don't hear too much about him. You know, we hear a lot about Jack Dorsey, but this is Christopher Stone. He goes by Biz Stone. He actually is one of the patent holders for the invention of Twitter. When he co-founded Twitter, he actually stepped back and left the company, but returned in May 2017, and he bought a Minecraft Lego for his son Jake and used Bitcoin. He bought it at a store called Bic Camera, and Bic Camera was on that list of backers for the new virtual currency exchange that we just talked about. So also, in addition, he tweeted this picture where they dressed up in what's called yukata. Yukata is a kimono that's worn in the summertime. It's lightweight and it's cotton. And this is also one of the employees that are on this worldwide Twitter. What are they on? They're on kind of a tour of many places around the world. They had just come from Korea. I don't know where they're off to now, but maybe they are on a plane as we speak. So it's a great photo. I like to see it. I'm not sure what they thought about being dressed up in yukata, but I think they look great. This is actually Biz Stone with his wife, Livia. They are very active in philanthropy in the Bay Area of San Francisco, Bay Area. And I think they're doing a lot of really good environmental education and work there. So yeah, I think they're just a really good example of a couple who are putting to good use the money they have made in the business of inventing Twitter. Wow, we have some amazing news coming out of Apple today. So look at this, just uploaded on the 25th already, 500,000 viewers. I found this to be very interesting, and it's all about the way payments are evolving. This is what's called the new Apple Card, and you can sign up and actually be done with it in minutes and start using it. It works worldwide, and it will be connected to your Apple Wallet, which has a lot of new features. It also has a 2% daily cash back. Can you believe it? Every time you spend, you get that 2% back. And it's real money that can be spent on anything you want. They have zero fees, meaning no late fee, no annual fee, no national fee, no over the limit fee, and no fee for missing a payment. They partnered with Goldman Sachs on this project. They are the issuing bank, and along with MasterCard, which is why it will be available to be used worldwide, has a very unique security chip, kind of a one-time dynamic security code. It also uses a AI with touch and face ID. And gosh, I don't know, the I think the best part about this is that it is not going to keep what you bought, where you bought it, and the price you bought it on the Apple servers. So they are really taking a move, a big, bold move, to not mine that data of the customers. And I think that is, if it's really true, it's very honorable of them. And I think it's going to set a precedence. And I think that moving forward, we're going to see a lot of companies who are continually taking that data and using it is going to go out of fashion, I personally think. Well, let's see. If you need to know a little bit about the Apple Pay, you can go to this site here. And I was just kind of curious, trying to, of course, find out what was driving their technology. But in checking this out, I found out how they're actually making their money. So Apple collects a fee from the banks each time consumers use the Apple Pay payment solution to make a payment. So according to rumors, Apple has struck an individual deal with each bank it's partnered with, including Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and more. So the cut reportedly is approximately 0.15% of each purchase, which equates to 15 cents out of every $100 purchase. Kind of interesting. All right, I am going to show you some fluff. But before I do that, yeah, I have one little, I'll try to do this in 30 seconds or less. Yesterday, I did a story about Mr. Kitao of SBI continuing to build his global ecosystem for virtual currency and the whole crypto space. And it's interesting. I think a lot of people didn't get that story like I thought they would. Even though I am a huge supporter of XRP, we have to see Bitcoin successful. And that is my personal opinion. That's the commentary I want to talk about, is that if Bitcoin fails, then we are really going to see a huge setback in the whole industry. And I am really understanding Mr. Kitao's reason for going into mining Bitcoin, because as I said, he used the word Kenzen. He wants to create a healthy, sound, and wholesome environment. Why? This is where I probably failed yesterday in not really explaining myself. Right now, the mining sits within three companies that are in China, and they're Chinese. We have Bitmain, which of course has had some financial trouble because of the recent fork with BCH. There is Canon Creative. They are in Beijing. They are also trying to do an IPO listing in the United States. And then there's eBang. They too are Chinese. They have an ambitious plan to sell like 400,000 rigs this next mining rigs this next year. They too are trying to raise money through an IPO. When all of that mining power is in the hands of Chinese miners with the Chinese government, this is where it becomes very risky, because the government is not going to be in crypto's best interest. And should there be any sort of seizure or takeover or anything, you just can't put all that power into the hands of one particular country who is not necessarily friendly to the cryptocurrency industry. So I know that Mr. Kitao is really thinking he needs to bring some balance and, you know, in the world of servers, we do what's called redundancy. You don't put all your information on one server. You have a redundancy so that you have backups to balance that load. Right now, there's not a balanced load in Bitcoin. So I do think that his move to enter into the Bitcoin space for mining is one that we should all feel very fortunate about, because DMM had to leave here and GMO had to leave, and it's very difficult to make money and be profitable when the price is low. And I think people are on the sidelines saying, well, I might get into mining, but right now I'm going to wait till the price goes up. I am just very fortunate that we have somebody who is really wanting to have it be a healthy ecosystem that's going to be balancing that power. And that's what I guess I wanted to say in my personal commentary, because I think from the comments I got yesterday, and also, the comments in general, I could see that some people just didn't get it. And I think that we should all be quite happy. And no, he hasn't left XRP in the dust. This has everything to do about making the whole entire space safe and healthy and wholesome. Okay, I'm going into the fluff. I get off my soapbox. This is where Biz Stone purchased his Minecraft Lego. This is a store in Japan called Big Camera. Big camera. That's their logo. Their jingle. Everybody knows it. It's it's yeah. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, I want you to come to Japan, and I want you to check out Big Camera or Yamada Denki. Both of them take a Bitcoin, and you can pay using your phone with the QR codes. And you can see here, this is a picture of one of the sales clerks inside Bic Camera. And this, according to this article, it says that they're going to consider taking XRP by the Olympics. This is just, I think, somebody's speculation, so it's not in stone. But by the Olympic Games, Ethereum, Ripple, which is XRP, and Dash are most likely going to be accepted by the Tokyo Olympics. I'm not sure about that, but I'll keep my eye out and see if that story has any truth behind it. When you do come to Japan, find these signs. It's the Japan tax-free shop. Carry your passport with you. You can save the tax now is going up to 10% here. It's currently today 8%, soon to be 10%. So if you shop and you find you're shopping at a store that is a tax-free shop, with your passport, you can save that 10%. So that is something you want to know about. And then what is really popular right now in the stores for Japan is something called kobo. So this in Japanese, this tail is called a shippo, and the product is called kobo. And what is it? Well, it's a therapy item, and you stroke it and the tail gently waves. You rub it and the tail swings playfully. Or if you just let it sit, it will occasionally wag and just say hello. It comes in these two colors, kind of husky gray and what do they call it? French brown, I think. Here we go. Yeah, French brown and husky gray. And it's huggable, and it has this interesting feature where the tail moves. And according to the professor Nobuhiro Sakata from the Tokyo Medical University, he thinks that as a user, that because it projects emotions on how the tail moves, you can get that sense of healing from it. I don't know. I haven't used it yet, but I do want to just show you this really quick.
そっと撫でるとふわふわと、たくさん撫でるとブンブンと、そして時々気まぐれに尻尾を振って答えてくれます。それは動物のようにあなたを癒すコミュニケーション。尻尾セラピーで癒しのある毎日が始まります。心を癒
Shippo therapy, tail therapy. Oh, Japan. Japan, 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 you crack me up. Okay, everybody. That's all I have for you today. Do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.